students, myself Professor Love Patel from Mahindra Institute of Engineering and Technology, Automobile Engineering Department. So we are in continuing subject Vehicle Dynamics, and today we are going to learn about our new chapter, that is Motorcycle Dynamics. Till now we have learned so many parameters and so many components that are directly or indirectly affect my overall dynamics of the vehicle while my car is in moving condition or steady conditions. Just like different loads, different forces, steering system, overall suspension system, and how these systems are going to affect my overall dynamic condition of that car. So till now we have learned these many things in our subject Vehicle Dynamics. So let us begin with the new chapter, that is Motorcycle Dynamics. So similarly for just like car, for two-wheelers we need to understand about the basic dynamics concept of our motorcycle. So just like cars, we have several parameters. First of all, let us see these kind of parameters or geometric parameters that we have to keep in our mind before doing any such analysis of vehicle dynamics for particular motorcycle vehicle. So let us begin with the several parameters that we have to consider. First is the wheelbase, like what do we mean by wheelbase and how to calculate wheelbase and what are the effects that are going to affect my overall driving condition of particular two-wheeler. Second one is the steering axis angle. So for that we need to learn about the definition of steering axis angle, and by changing such angle how the parameter is going to react in driving condition that we have to check or measure. Third one, that is the fork offset. So it is one kind of parameter that we have to look upon. And the fourth one, that is my length of the fork. So these are the four geometrical parameters of my motorcycle. So this is the first part. Beyond this, there are several few more parameters that we have to see, but that we will see in our next lecture. So let us begin with these four basic parameters and how these are going to affect my overall riding condition or to ride my motorcycle. So first, let us see wheelbase. So first of all, we all know about the wheelbase. Just like same for my car, the two-wheeler or motorcycle is having same definition of wheelbase. Like it is the horizontal distance between the centers, like for front wheel as well as rear wheel. So for these two centers or the distance between these two centers, that we can call as wheelbase. So this is all about my wheelbase and its definition, and it is the function of rear frame length, steering axis angle and fork offset. So basically this is a very simple parameter that we have to see, and if we are going to change the wheelbase of my vehicle and how controlling or driving conditions can affect with these parameters, that we have to see. Next one is that it is the similar to the term wheelbase used for automobiles or trains, as I have said earlier, and wheelbase has a major influence on longitudinal stability of bike. Like if I'm going to change my wheelbase or change the distance between the front and rear wheels, so ultimately it is going to affect my overall driving stability of that particular two-wheeler. Like you have seen so many type of bikes, cruise bike and or normal bikes are there. So these bikes are having different wheelbase, and also the different types of steering arrangement is there. And according to that steering arrangement, the stability that might be affected with particular these parameters. So my major concern about wheelbase is it is directly affect my overall stability of that particular two-wheeler. Also another term that is called height of the center of the mass, like CG, and ultimately that is going to also affect with the help of wheelbase. So by changing wheelbase, that center of mass is going to change. Like as you can see, there are so many types of bikes, and the arrangement of that steering bar is there. So according to particular driving conditions, and according to the driver's choice, several types of bikes are available, and these bikes are according to the application of that use. So for that particular application, I need to fix my several parameters like wheelbase, center of gravity, etc. Like if I am talking about sports bike, then I have to consider that the wheelbase or the center of gravity should be low as make low as possible because of that aerodynamics or high speed. So these are the parameters that I have to see. Just let us go with the second parameter, that is my steering axis angle. So here one figure has been shown, like you can see that the rake angle. So ultimately the rake angle is steering axis angle, or in definition term we can see that say that the steering axis angle, that is also called the caster angle or head angle. We all know about the definition of caster angle, that is the angle that the steering axis makes with horizontal or vertical, that depending upon the convention. So that angle or caster angle, that is also called as steering axis angle, or the steering axis is the axis about which the steering mechanism, like if I am talking about steering mechanism, that can be considered for handlebar, front wheel, etc. So these are the mechanism that we are going to imply on my steering axis angles, and by changing that angle, the ultimately performance of that particular vehicle is going to affect. Moving further, like in motorcycle, the steering axis angle is also called rake angle or just rake. But if measured from that vertically or at top, you will find 0-degree rake, and that is called my vertical rake angle. But in actual practice, we are taking positive caster angle or rake angle for improved stability or in driving condition. So it is steering axis angle. Moving further, now let us talk about the fork offset. That is one parameter. Like if you can see from the figure that it is the distance between the center of the wheel and fork joining part. So that is the horizontal distance that we can call as fork offset. So the fork offset is the perpendicular distance from the steering axis to the center of that front wheel. So that is called fork offset. And in bicycle, the fork offset is also called fork rake, or one example has been given, like for road racing cycle, the fork have offset of 40 to 50 mm or 4 to 5 centimeter or 1.6 to 2 each. Like the offset may be implemented by curving the fork or adding a perpendicular tab at that lower end. So basically this is a parameter that we need to consider for the stability of the bike or design of that particular motorcycle or two-wheeler. Moving further, last and final geometric parameter, that is my fork length. So as you can see that the length of the fork, that is from my steering handle to that almost center of that wheel. So that is called fork length. Or you can say that the length of the fork, that is measured parallel to the steer tube from that lower fork crown bearing to the axle center. So this is called fork length. Besides these four parameters, there are several parameters that we can consider for motorcycle geometry that we will see in next lecture. Thank you.